Hi my beloveds, let's go and delve into Starfire Tor, part 2 of her wonderful in-depth investigation into dark matter, or this dark consciousness that is very much pushing back at the moment within the grid. Let's go and see what she has to say. I've been really looking forward to this one. So I'm not gonna read the first bit where she does the usual blurb about the comment section on Facebook. I will link this article below in the description, so you can go and check it out yourself if you want to read all the top bit. I'll just get straight into the action, shall I? Oh, and I also just want to say a big shout out to all the people in London today. There was a terrible fire today, and so I just want to pay respects to all those who were hurt or lost their lives in that fire. But on some level I feel that something amazing is coming out of that energy, because there's been a lot of dark matter manipulation going on in London lately, and though this fire was a terrible tragedy, the amount of kindness and love that London people have shown in their coming together, the coming together is so important to help these people that have been hurt by this fire, that on some levels I can see that there's this amazing rainbow heart energy surrounding that fire in London. But all my love and condolences to anyone who died or lost a loved one in that fire today. Okay, I just wanted to say that. So on with the article. I'm going to have a little cup of tea while I do it to wet my whistle. This is Starfire Tor talking now. When I first publicly introduced it in 2016, I explained how and why an astral tagging truth reveal mission lasts forever. Now, astral tagging truth reveal missions are when Starfire Tor creates like an orb of energy that goes, it's like a program that goes on a mission within reality to seek out a certain truth so that it's revealed. So that's what she calls astral tagging truth reveal mission. And I believe this is something that she's created herself. So, when any astral tagging truth reveal mission has completed its initial assignment, so it's a bit like a web bot, a reality web bot. Sorry, I was getting sidetracked there. When an astral tagging truth reveal mission has completed its initial assignment and is no longer needed, it goes dormant. However, in its dormant state, the astral tag remains aware of any conditions that meet the criteria of its truth reveal program. When events dictate so, it will become active again. So the program can go dormant when it's finished a mission, but if any alarm bells get rung again, it will then become active again and start the mission again. When events dictate so, it will become active again. In the case of the 2016 Astral Tagging Truth Reveal mission, its job was to seek out and expose the truth as it related to the US presidency and the time-looping, planet-ending nuclear disaster. According to the core matrix, it was possible to stop the time-looping nuclear disaster through the actions of the next US president. In 2016, the original Astral Tagging Truth Reveal mission helped determine which candidate, Trump or Clinton, was the candidate who would end the time-looping, planet-ending nuclear catastrophe. So she's saying that that election was literally an election that was going to dictate whether our planet was destroyed completely or we survived. Nothing else about these two candidates' personalities or histories mattered beyond this. Political experience, politics in general, and personal and political popularity was irrelevant. None of that meant anything if the wrong person was elected. And there was no more world to speak of. Oh yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered if there was no more world to speak of, what their policies were. But as it turned out to be Trump, based on his strong security policies. Clinton failed to make the grade because of her weak or non-existent security policies. Because this situation affected the entire world and not just the US, the 2016 presidential election outcome affected everyone. Read my reports to learn how I picked up on multiple coexisting timelines, which is how I knew that either Trump won or the earth would lose everything. I dislike politics quite a bit. My motivation was in saving the world. I saw clearly and I acted. Saw, I think there's some kind of astral projection she can do through time, or she views multiple timelines. She calls that seeing. She saw. I saw clearly and I acted. Now I am acting again because the same systems are creating the same planet-ending dangers. Well, yeah, they haven't gone away. I believe that this mind control agenda will be again defeated. It's all about knowledge and know-how, and I'm providing both. Yes, you certainly are, Starfire. Wonderful, wonderful work you do. The results of the Astral Tagging Truth Reveal mission helped to sort through fake candidate information versus genuine candidate information. There was good and bad real news, along with fake news not associated with the astral tag for both Clinton and Trump. Neither the astral tagging mechanism nor the core matrix mechanism care anything about politics or the wants and needs of people in general. These systems only care about saving the world from planet-ending events. But even then, neither system can or would manipulate humans into any particular activity or way of thinking. The mind control does manipulate human will, but the core matrix and astral tagging truth reveal system do not. That's an important differentiation. Humans have to make up their own minds based on the truthful information presented. Based on this real world candidate information, significantly helped along by the Astral Tagging Truth Reveal mission and the core matrix prime directive needed to save the planet, Donald Trump won the election on November 8, 2016. He was sworn in as US President on January 20th, 2017. And I just have to say at this point, now, when the elections were going on, I neither was a fan of Trump or Clinton. I was most strongly against Hillary Clinton winning, but at the same time, I didn't particularly like Donald Trump either. I thought it was a poor choice all round. Now, but when Donald Trump won and I woke up, I remember feeling this immense sense of relief passing through my body, and I didn't understand why at the time. I just went, oh, thank God, like this, something terrible had just been avoided. And I remember talking about this on Facebook with other energetic sensitives who felt the exact same thing and were reporting that exact same feeling. Now, I don't know if any of you had that feeling out there. And like Starfire, I really don't like politics. I'm really kind of an anarchist at heart. I believe when humans get to a higher level of consciousness, they don't need leaders, they don't need rulers, they don't need governments. They just need their heart and their mind to be connected to the oneness and the divine. And then you just flow in the synchronicities of life and you live by the natural laws that you instinctively know. So anyway, for some reason I felt that Donald Trump winning was a relief. So, on with the article. President Trump's win was a huge blow to the dark matter aberration mind control program. In fact, Trump was such a wild card character that he blew right through the mind control program set up to elect Clinton. The dark matter aberration and its elitist human puppets have been waging war against Trump ever since. It's true. It's almost become like a crime to say you like Donald Trump or that you're happy that he won the election. It's like, oh, you must be some kind of really right-wing, racist, nut job, woman hater, black people hater, Muslim hater, and all this stuff. To even speak those words is now becoming a crime. You know, and again, like I said in another video, I'm always very dubious whenever I feel that energy. Because like I have every right to say I felt a relief when Hillary Clinton lost. You know, that's my right. I'm not I'm a human being. I'm not a racist. I'm not horrible. There's not a bad bone in my body really, but you know, I have a right to be able to express my truth without fear of being attacked or defriended by half the people I know, to be honest. So anyway, that's the mind control program at work there. So the dark mind control program fears him because it doesn't understand how he defeated their every effort to maintain the status quo. That status quo is their food. Even now as I write this, there is some good news. The mind control program has currently suffered some serious blows, and part of it has crumbled. What a shame. More needs to crumble before we are safe. More on this later. That's good news. The dark matter aberration, which I described in part 1, has a vested interest in keeping the world in a state of fear, hate, warfare, segregation, prejudice, and high negative emotions. The dark matter aberration feeds off this negative energy, and the fuel it derives helps it get closer to its ultimate agenda. An agenda that it can never achieve and yet never stops trying to achieve. The dark matter aberration came into being because it was stimulated by the same ancient and original spark of life, soul, that has allowed our nearly destroyed cosmos to be partially reformed, based on saved remnants of the destroyed cosmos. Dark matter is made up of the non-viable cosmic remnants, but only some dark matter was stimulated by soul activity. Most dark matter remains as it was repurposed, to be the glue that holds the new cosmos together. The dark matter aberration arose from this cosmic restructuring misfire, and because all dark matter is energy in its own right, the aberration and its agenda to evolve into the physical cannot be destroyed. Its agenda and methods can be countered, but only if its existence and purpose is recognized and understood. This dark matter aberration is the source of all evil in our world, with most of that evil being carried out by humans through an ancient dark matter aberration mind control program. Mind control, aka brainwashing, is an unethical and powerfully manipulative and life-altering process. In this process, people are tricked into engaging in false beliefs and dangerous activities that are designed to ultimately benefit only the dark matter aberration, the mind programmers and controllers. Dark matter aberration mind control involves various levels and methods of coercive persuasion, re-education, thought control, emotional control, the discarding of truth and justice, an inability to understand right from wrong, and ultimately an inability to think independently of the hive mind programming of the mind control program. That hive mind programming works best when the mind control targets are convinced that their mind control program is the only right way to think and behave. They are rewarded for their manufactured emotions and behaviours, which keeps the mind control program going. Everyone and everything else who is not a part of the brainwashed hive mind is wrong and identified as an enemy of truth and the right way of life. Sound familiar? Such others are considered undesirable, deplorable, less than human, and to hurt them is a sport cheered on by those who have succumbed to the mind control program. Once this us versus them state of mind control is achieved, individual people as well as groups of people are pitted against one another. I've seen this a lot. This conflict triggers the negative energy upon which the dark matter aberration feeds. While the dark matter aberration is the source of this mind control program, it works through humans and demonics to perpetuate their agenda. Throughout history, regardless of the coexisting timeline, the dark matter aberration has created and used religions, politics, beliefs, finances, skin colour, intelligence, social standing, countries of origin, and life survival needs to support its evil agenda. This is how it gains strength and maintains its power, which is through a never-ending energy diet of hate, prejudice, fear, violence, cruelty, greed, selfishness, power and death, which is why I subscribe to no religions at all.